Hi, I'm David Purvis. I'm a lawyer in Gainesville, Georgia. The subject of roadblocks and DUI checkpoints has been a topic of great debate both at the federal level with the U.S. Supreme Court and in Georgia over the last 40 years or so. There's a lot of different aspects to roadblock cases, but there are a few key points on all of them. First, the primary purpose of the roadblock must be to ensure that the driver and the vehicle are fit to continue to drive. That includes equipment and safety checks, driver's license checks, insurance checks, and DUI investigations. The secondary purpose can be for general criminal behavior, but at the end of the day, the primary purpose must be for driving related offenses. All roadblocks must be approved by a supervising officer at the agency. For example, a couple of officers can't just decide on a whim one day to set up a roadblock. Additionally, there must be DUI screeners present. That'll be any law enforcement officer trained in DUI detection, and they'll handle the DUI investigations at the roadblock. Additionally, they can't stop and randomly check cars. They either have to check every car that goes through the roadblock, or they have to have a preset number, such as every third car that gets stopped and checked. The roadblock must be clearly marked, and there are other specific procedures that must be followed at the roadblock. A common question is avoiding roadblocks, and it's important to understand that law enforcement is aware that people will try to avoid the roadblock, and they're set up for such things. And so by avoiding the roadblock, by making U-turns and that kind of thing, you actually lose some of the constitutional protections that you enjoy while you're at a roadblock. Another question with DUI checkpoints and DUI in general that we get is, should I blow or not blow? And again, with a roadblock, you're not being stopped because you've made a driving infraction, such as running a red light or crossing the center lane, but you're being stopped simply because you're at a roadblock. This video is for informational purposes, and it's not intended for legal advice. We have a lot of other videos and articles on our website on DUI and criminal laws and laws in general in Georgia. And we invite you to visit our website and invite you to call us or email us at any time with any questions you may have.
Hi, my name is John Brakefield. I'm a lawyer at the law firm of Brakefield in Gainesville, Georgia. On this video, I'm going to talk to you about the second of 3 standard field sobriety tests which are authorized by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which is the walk and turn. In the walk and turn, the officer will have the driver either stand by the headlight for officer and driver safety because it's furthest away from traffic, or more in the center in order to record the events on any sort of camera the officer may have. The officer is going to have the obligation and the duty to instruct the driver properly. This is important for 2 reasons. One, from the officer's standpoint, they want the test to be done correctly so that they may be able to determine whether the person is or is not under the influence of alcohol. Second, from a legal standpoint, it's important that the officer instruct, because if the instructions are bad, that could have an influence on why someone did not perform the test correctly. So, the officer is going to let the driver know, driver, what I want you to do is take your left foot, pretend that there's a line going straight down. I want you to take your right foot heel to toe. Put your hands by your side and listen to my instructions, and do not start until I tell you to. At that point, the officer will continue to give instructions. Once the driver's in the instructional position, the officer is going to be looking for 2 clues. One, is the person following instructions? Do they start too early? That's going to be an important one. And also, do they lose their balance? Unable to stay where they are. Lose their balance, obviously. So, once the driver's in this position, driver, what I need you to do is take a series of 9 steps down, turn around, and 9 steps back. Such as 1, 2, 3. With your front foot planted, I need you to take a series of small steps around and come back down the line. 1, 2, 3. Again, I demonstrated 3, but I need you to perform 9 steps. The officer is going to instruct the driver I need you to watch your feet. I need you to count out loud. Keep your hands by your side and go heel to toe, and do not stop until you've completed the exercise. These instructions are important because these are the clues that they're looking for. 1, watch your feet. 2, count out loud. All right? If you're not counting out loud, the officer's going to hold that against the driver. Hands by your side. If you raise your arms to balance, that's going to be counted against the driver. Keep walking until you've done the exercise completely. If you stop at 5, you stop at 6, or if you go to 25, that's going to be a problem because you've taken either too few steps or too many steps. The officer's going to hold that against you. When we talked about your front foot planted and take a series of steps around, obviously making that turn, one could lose the balance at that point, so it's important that you do the turn correctly. Steps off line. When they talk about walking down this imaginary line, if the person steps this way or that way, steps off line, that will be counted also. Okay, that is an overview of the walk and turn. Please remember that this is just for informational purposes. It's not legal advice. If you have any questions about this or any DUI case or any matter, please feel free to contact us via our website or via telephone. Thank you very much.